Do you see yourself becoming a, say, minister of culture, for instance?
Well, I've seen myself become a governor. I've seen myself become a vice president.
Okay.
I've seen
Well,
myself become those. I said vice president
yes.
for a reason.
Oh, really?
I've seen
Why
myself.
vice president?
I don't just know. I just think that I do better.
Behind the scene?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I do better if, it's harder in Nigeria now.
Yes.
Because it's politics that
It's
we're talking about.
political.
But I've kind of seen it that you could actually be pulling the strings heavily for people, and the person that is there
Things are
up
happening.
front is actually
Looking better.
he's even marshalling those things to happen like that. But in Nigeria it's harder. Everybody just wants to be the president and all of that. It's not bad. I can be that too. I don't think it's a bad thing. But I feel like when the pressure of that me needing to perform is not on me.
It's not on you. You do better.
Yes.
That's excellent.
I don't like being in the.
Please, when you want to run, let me know. Yes, because I'm just thinking with what you have described now, I'm just imagining that that's the mindset of someone in that office, for instance.
Yeah.
And not just theoretically, like you said, like in a practical way, and you've done things to demonstrate that we have a story, we have our own essence and value to give to the world, and we need to like key into it as.
That's why I'm angry. I'm angry at Burna Boy, because even though people say that what he's saying is true, which is, I don't know if you saw the rant like a couple of weeks ago where he talked about that Nigerian music does not pay per se, like the streaming numbers that they don't pay, that you should focus on other things or something like that. It was it was quite condescending. It kind of it's
diminishes.
There's this word I'm looking for. It's not a word, it's an expression that they call those slaves that they call them, I've forgotten now. Those slaves that they've elevated a bit.
Yes.
That they've now gotten into the masters.
Yes.
What's it called? But they've made you like a master slave.
A master slave.
But you are still a slave.
Yes.
You are still a slave.
Yes.
So it feels like those kind of people, the way they behave, they now be like, I'm superior to you guys.
They are happy with their superior position.
But they not knowing that
solidarity
they need to use that to actually free the other slaves.
Yes.
And then the slaves take what is rightfully theirs.
Yes.
And then move. Because you're saying that you should focus on other things because you feel like you are doing good out there.
Yeah.
To those people that are actually making us stay the way we are. Like this. And whereas when it came to your turn, when you wanted to fight for your bold,
you were supported.
When you wanted to fight for your bold fund, that my name is not, I'm an African giant, and they changed it for you. Look at the ripple effect of that. Now, more Nigerians, more African artists go to shows like Coachella, and they don't put their names in small font.
Yeah.
They elevate them because someone
spoke.
So I expected same kind of consistency in how you actually think and push these things. The African story is not just writing fiction or literature; it's in all of the elements. It's in these soft powers that we actually have: music, film, the art in itself, and all of those things, fashion, and all of those things. And that's why I delve into those things to understand how those places work. So if we're able to, for example, use our fashion, which is a thing now, take our fashion and sip it into UK culture, sip it into American culture. Somebody said something to me some time ago. Is a big leader, pastor as well. He was saying it to us as a group actually. And it was like, do you know that Nigeria has a higher chance of being a world power than China?
Oh yeah.
I kind of have the same sentiment, but I didn't see it that way, the way he said it. It was like, look at China. They are very closed with the things they do. Their fashion is not permeating
accessible.
culture. Their food maybe, but it's not permitting culture. Like it's not.
It's on its own.
It's on its own.
It's not being integrated. It's just
like I want to eat Chinese.
Yes.
Their what's it called? Their music. No. Their film. No. Now, look at America. Do you know that these things are actually what they are using to hold the world down? Their film, their music, their fashion. Everybody in the world has a fashion piece from. They want to dress American.
Yeah.
Even people in Seoul, people everywhere in the
world.
Even
in remote village in Africa, wearing Nike.
Exactly. You own something that is American.
Yes.
At least one thing.
Yeah.
Now, or even if you don't want it, you own a concept that is American. Now, they have all of these things. Nigeria also now is making that kind of advancement.
Yeah.
Our music is everywhere.
Yes,
our films everywhere. Even though we've not, that has not taken off like the music.
Yeah.
But it's still penetrating places. Our fashion. Is already getting there. It's already becoming a thing. I was watching one movie yesterday, and this white woman was wearing it was part of the set. I checked the credits. You see a Nigerian as part of the costume. I look at films. When I watch films, I look at Hollywood films. I look at those details. I see a lot of Nigerian names in all of these things. So you say that you see these things. Our food is already making that thing. So people want to eat jollof rice. They want to try fufu. They want to try. Do you understand those things? Those things now are. It means that people are trying to buy your culture. Then you don't make them feel bad about it. You have to accept them because it's culture that people buy that you can actually use to own them.
You can leverage.
It's not. You should not tighten. You should not close your culture, and that's what the American dream is. Anybody everywhere. That's how it is. So I know that one day. I know a lot of people are catching up to this concept of the African story and why it's important for us to continually push that story. But I think a whole lot more people need to see the African brand beyond just what we see it as an impoverished nation and all of that, or as an impoverished continent. Rather, we should see it as a continent abundant with both natural resources and human resources. Because the estimations for our population in the next 50 years is going to blow all the way up. And while the advanced countries, as it were, they are declining. So that means that we have a whole lot of things that we can actually offer the world. I wish that we had governments that actually had sense. I'm not sorry to say. I wish that we did have, and I think they do have sense actually. They are just obtuse or wicked.
Yeah, their priorities are completely
because these people are smart, but the smartness has entered cunningness.
Yeah, I mean, I see.
It is weird.
So I guess